Stop living through others. I truthfully think one of the most painful things I did was live my life through other people. And what I mean is other people's experiences, um, and other people's journey. I was looking at it. I was looking at my life through like a third person view, watching someone else's life, thinking their life's doper than mine, and letting all their fears be mine. And I just essentially wasn't living my own life. I wasn't experiencing my own journey as consciously as I thought I was. For example, when I was in high school, one of my friends had a pretty rough relationship, to say the least, with one of his girlfriends, and so I just vowed to just not have that. Stupid, right? I know. I thought that was the truth for all relationships. I let how other people perceived other people be my perception of them, and I didn't even really know them. I always took watered down information and kind of just ran with it. Terrible way to live. All the way down to the fact that I I wanted to be looked at as cool, and I wanted to be validated with people in my age group. So I did humiliating things, and I essentially did what I didn't want to do to try to make myself look cool for people that didn't care about me outside of school. Like, these people did not care about me at all. Um, and I didn't even call them friends. It was funny. I was doing it for literal, not even acquaintances at that, like soft acquaintances. Uh, and I was essentially just living for others through others. And I felt like none of my experiences were of my own. And I completely just watered down my whole experience with life at a point. All the way through high school till about afterwards, I was just doing what everyone else was doing, it felt like. But I kind of wasn't, um, which is the funny thing, because I used to think my life was boring, but, or I just had it so bad that I was a drag to be around, which wasn't true, because I realize now that my experience is my experience. No one else on earth could say that. They could say they've experienced similar things, or they were there when this thing happened, but no one was in my body. They didn't have my thoughts. They didn't have my DNA, and they didn't react the way I reacted. They didn't do the things I did. And that's the greatest thing about life, because no one ever will, for anything. Everyone's experience is their own experience. That's why some people freak out at certain things and some people don't. And some people cry at certain parts of movies and other people don't. And I think that's really beautiful now. But to a certain point, I let it dampen my own experience of life. Because I was very ashamed of where I came from and what I had experienced. And I had just a lot of shame surrounding my life. So I thought my life was less than. And I was like, oh man, we're poor. So, other people have a way cooler life than me. So they must know what they're doing. I couldn't have been more wrong. um, yeah, dude, the younger version of me was just a hurt kid trying to just feel something, you know? And I have no regrets about it. It made me who I am today, and I have a story to tell as a result of that. But I shouldn't have dampened my own experience like that. That was really unfair to who I was then. But I did that, and I can't blame anyone else. It was just me. But I was just a kid, you know? Crept into my adult life, and I feel like I missed out and didn't experience a lot of things because of the fears of other people or how other people would perceive me doing this, or I felt like I wasn't good enough to do that, so I shouldn't even try. And I realize now that it was just all a big crock of bullshit. It was just all fucking stupid. None of it was real. Not an ounce of it. I had made up a story in my head and I just ran with it. And I was following a crowd of people that had no idea what the fuck they were doing either. Because they were probably doing the same thing I was doing now that I look back on it. And it was just a hive mind of just dog shit, essentially. As I'm saying this, it's so freeing because, man, dude, if I would have kept going how I was going, I definitely wouldn't be here right now. I'm not saying I'd be dead. I just wouldn't be recording this video. There's no way. I would have succumbed to the pressures of. No, that's not the right way to put it. I would have succumbed to the perception of other people's perception of me. And that's the worst thing to happen in life. I think that's a waste of life, is worrying about how other people view us. It's fucking stupid. Empathy is amazing. Don't get me wrong. We should be able to put ourselves in other people's shoes. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're really truthfully worried about how people perceive you, that's a problem. And you got to check that, because something going on up here that you need to address. Believe me. And I still have to answer to that daily. I still fight against that. It's an uphill battle, but I'd rather have the uphill battle than just fully just coasting into that life. Because first off, it's no fun, and it only comes with tears and pain and rejection. So, and imposter syndrome. So why would we subject ourselves to that? I don't know. Guess we'll never have the answer to that one. Guess we're all just dealing with our own mortality at that point. That's what we could chalk it up as. Who cares? What can I say?